Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? So, look, I know for a fact that my social media page is very inconsistently consistent with a lot of information that I personally put out. But here's why, though. Here's why. For since it all began like when I had got my bicep tour in a match in 2018, right? And you can see the difference, right? You can definitely see the difference. And so, what happened is that I knew that I had to take time out. So this is not going to be, well, yes, it is. Well, I'm planning on being consistent. Let's put it like that. And I did hit a point in my life this year, that just got me totally excited that I just don't know what to post sometimes. And most times I do emotionally post, etc. So let's go back. So 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, we're in year 2023. When my arm tore in 2023, arm tore in 2018, I had the choice to get surgery, and I had the choice to leave it like it is. And I told the doctor, y'all not cutting me. I'd rather keep the half bicep, right? And I was okay with that. And I knew that I needed about 3 years to heal, but not knowing that I needed longer than that. So here's what I did to actually heal my tendons, and my jaw was cracked too, right? But what I'm sharing is that the healing process of the body, how beautiful it is and how humbling it is. So here's what happened. So I was already fasting since age 27. So 5 years ago, I was already 32, right? Going on 33. And so 2018, I was it popped and my jaw got cracked, right? And then what happened was I knew already that I had to actually take certain vitamins, and actually I knew that I couldn't train. So what I decided to actually do was pick up my fasting even more and follow the book How to Eat to Live by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because I believed in it 1000% as far as the fasting and the foods to eat and supplementation. Because the foods that we eat, I don't grow my own food, and I don't care how organic the food is from supermarkets. I don't know where it's coming from or how long it's actually been there, but I'm going to still eat it anyway. But I knew that I needed the supplements and vitamins to fill in the gaps to what my body needed as far as nutrition wise. So, and long story short, my dad had me on weight gainer, multivitamin, creatine at the age of 9 anyway. So my body's accustomed to these different types of things as far as intake, as far as high doses of anything, which is why I can maintain a certain look that is. So we all know what happened. So not 2020 yet, but 2019, I couldn't work out. So all I did was just a lot of massages, a lot of personal training and stuff like that. But when 2020 came, here's where the big thing happened at 2020. 2020 came down to the point where when the first of all, I saw my financial advisor in the beginning of 2020, but I think in January, February. Then the pandemic happened in going into the second quarter of the year. So, somebody like me who's a hustler, you tell me to stay home, and what? So what I did was, I was staying with somebody then, and we took How to Eat to Live deep. We was only eating 2 to 3 times a week. Kid you not. And I know that fasting, you lose muscle, weight, water, all different types of things. But during the fast, when I got to the 3rd or 4th or 5th day of fasting, it allowed me to experience a lot of things that a lot of people who I speak to don't necessarily experience, spiritually, mentally, physically, morally, economically, And so along with that, I was able to save money too, because we couldn't really do anything. And then everybody who had a final chance to stay home from work found out 2 to 3 weeks into the pandemic that their bodies was hurting and that I would travel to them. So of course, so going forward, I did a lot of stretching. I did about 1 to 2 hours of stretching a day. I did do a lot of walking. I did do a lot of running as well. But I made sure I stayed away from a lot of physical strenuous activity, because anytime I tried to do something, this would start in pain. Like it would just be in pain, right? And so going forward, I knew to keep certain clients and to serve them really good that were professional athletes, bodybuilders, or all different types of sports, that their mentality of being consistent in what they do in health and fitness, if I kept them around me as my clients, I knew that when I get better, I would go harder. Okay. Now, right? So sleep healed my tendon, right? Because this year I'm able to fight now again after 5 years. I'm able to do bicep curls without having to worry about pain or anything showing up. You know, I could get hit in the face. Well, I was sparring yesterday. I was sparring somebody yesterday to put a hole in my mouth and then scratch my face, and I'm all right with that because I'm able to actually train again. But the healing process of the body does take time. So it was very humbling for me because now in the field that I'm in, I now completely understand what it takes to actually heal the body. You actually have to sacrifice everything that you want to do that's going to put so much stress on your body. You have to put that to the side and do what's necessary for your body first and foremost. Now, because I've allowed that to happen, I'm able to serve anybody who I come across even better because I have a greater understanding and more wisdom, and I'm learning even more at this time in my life as well. So, will I compete in bodybuilding? Absolutely. Not right now, though. Not right now. When I got back in the ring in April, see, I didn't know what was going to happen April this year. I didn't know what was going to happen because when 2021 came, I tried to work out. Couldn't do it. Sparring, couldn't do it. Calisthenics, couldn't do what I wanted to do. Weight training, forget about it. So anytime I tried to work out, I had to stop 20 minutes in and then go stretch for an hour or two, take a hot bath, meditate, and tell myself, damn, shoot, man, this is pretty tough. So I'm sharing with you, like, my life wasn't really always, happy. When I would be inspired by people, but I would be like, dang, man, like, I can't get it in right now, and that's the honest truth, because when you have something torn in your body, it does affect other parts of your body. So having this torn tendon here started to trickle effect into my chest, causing everything to tighten up along the way and go all the way across and even travel up this way too, which caused blockages. Because of all that muscle that was tight, it pulled in really, really, really tight internally. So I had to be aware of that. So I would do cupping sessions for as long as 40 minutes long. I remember one time I fell asleep for an hour with the cups on me. But luckily somebody was there watching me. They was like, nah, you good. I was like, just make sure I don't, whatever you see, whatever. But, so going forward, right? Coming up to this modern day and time today, 2023, it's a blessing that I'm actually able to get back into the ring with the young people in their 20s, and I told my cornermen and people I'm with, like, win, lose, or draw right now, it really doesn't matter, because me just to be able to step back into the ring and do something at its utmost high energy, high physiology, physicality, whatever you want to call it, to be able to do it is a blessing, So, and then my second fight, I went all out in the first round. The first fight was just to see. First of all, I didn't know what my body was going to do. I didn't know if it was going to snap. I didn't know I was going to get knocked out. I didn't know what the hell was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going to win. I don't know. I didn't know, because I didn't know how my body was going to respond after 5 years. I just needed to go get my feet wet. Then the second fight, it was just like, what? Man, I'm feeling great. Let me just go da-da-da-da-da-da. And I went all out. But the second round, I was just too damn tired. So I was just like, yo, you can have it. But this last fight, that guy spanked my motherfucker. And I'm all right with it, though, because now that one was a wake-up call. Like, yeah, Vaughn, you can bang now. You can bang. You can go do what's necessary. You know what I'm saying? You can go do your homework now, because certain things I wanted to stay away from, so that I can see what my body can do on its just by living healthy and working out too as well. And but some personal things came up too. But so now, going forward from now, the game is going to shift, because you guys know that I've been talking about massages and nutrition and mostly fasting for like the last 5 to 7 years hardcore. From this moment right here, October 11th, I'm going to start sharing, because I knew I was supposed to share things for the women to go get snatched or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to snatch body or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, the whole thing or whatever, you know, whatever. You know, me posting workouts. I have another page where I mostly post my workouts in my martial arts. But now you're going to get the full of what when chi collides. So when energy collides, that's what when chi collides is. When chi collides, when energy is colliding in your life, what do you do? So what did I do? I prayed. What else do? You make sure you get good sleep. What else do you do when your energy is colliding with so many things in your life? You stay focused. You do what you love. You do what your heart and mind calls you to do, right? And this isn't cliche. This is not cliche, because for those of you who know me, know what I do behind the scenes. You know, as far as staying consistent, hard work. You know, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna give you the best massage I can possibly give you, or the best workout, or the information that you need as far as nutrition or stretching or whatever it is. But now, as far as with me going forward, now that I'm actually able to train at the level that I would like to, now that I'm actually able to like step out there again and go, yeah, okay, I'm back, or I'm coming back, you know, after 5 years, man. It's a long time, but it didn't go by fast. That 5 years ain't go by fast enough. But I'm not stressing. I'm not complaining, because I enjoyed the journey of healing. I enjoyed the journey of healing, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So going forward, I'm going to share nutrition tips on what I did to heal, and training tips, of course. But I'll make sure that my page is just a little bit much more consistent and professional from this day on. And if I post something and delete it, that means that I looked at it and it was like, nope, that don't belong there. All right, so I'm calling from here. So yeah, so you're gonna see the change. You know I've been dropping weight and all that stuff like that, but I had to get ready for fights and all that stuff. But you have to get ready in order to weigh in. So it's necessary. So now that I know that I can train at a certain level, it's just good to be back. It's just good to be back. So now that all the excitement and the hype is going, that April 15th, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, that's 6 months grace period when things usually happen in your life that you kind of get like a nice wave. But now it's put the head down, shut the fuck up, do what you gotta do. When chi collides.